Hey, short talk at the trailer park with the old guy. I'm going to see if I can rotate the camera here just a little bit. Yeah. So anyhow, I had this idea. I was sitting here tonight and just watching some vids and stuff, and some of it involved music. Some of it was kind of, daring acts like these guys doing this crazy balancing stuff. Real strong dudes. And anyway, I was just sitting there kind of making noises in my own head, just not making word sounds, but just kind of music in a way. And I thought, well, I'm pretty sure I'd never heard music like this. It would be kind of like you might want to play this on an elevator if you chose to drive the writers insane. But it sounds a little bit like this, and I hope I can kind of get back into it because it has a kind of a rhythm to it. I call this mouth breathing. It's a musical instrument. You are a musical instrument of some sort. Okay, ready? I hope this works because my throat's really getting dry doing this. Okay, so anyhow, I was just sitting here doing that as a kind of an exercise in my mind, as a sort of like a mind experiment on myself. He's performing experiments on himself. Sounds perverted. So anyway, I'm just seeing if I can, the word chain, just the word noise, positively always drawing up. It's sort of like an internal dialogue. So I was essentially trying to silence it by overriding it with a kind of a impromptu, on the spot musical riff that kind of wanders, but I have to busy myself kind of calling out a set sequence just next down the line because I have to choose it out a little bit ahead. So that means my word processing shuts down. It's asking too much of the system. So I overrode the sucker, and it's kind of interesting, but it's it's just one of the things I like to do. Just kind of see. Sometimes I'm going down a highway, U.S. highway, and the big green signs with the white letters, and they glow in the dark. Um, Sometimes I'll look at those and on purpose not pronounce what I see, and see if I can pretend to. Like if you look at a Cyrillic alphabet, or say the Chinese alphabet, that would be egregious, or ancient, anything Latin. Um, the point is that any alphabet except your own really doesn't make any sense. It's not recognizable, and especially words are not recognizable. So if you were in Moscow and it said on the wall blah 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 or whatever that is, you might not know that means grocery store. Okay, it just looks like blah blah blah. Well, so I try to see sometimes signs, as I'm driving by, and make myself not read them, not pronounce them, but see them as just signs of some alphabet. I wonder what it means. Like I'm seeing it for the first time. Well, that's not really very successful. It's not been an overwhelmingly successful experiment thus far. But anyway, I like playing games with my own head. And actually, I like playing games with people's heads too. I mean, I like having fun. I don't make people feel awful. I don't do practical jokes. Anyhow, I hope you like air breathing. I'm thinking maybe I'll practice that some. It's like, well, I'm pretty sure this is the first night I've ever done it. Uh, Who knows? Maybe we made history here tonight. Start a whole new fad. Wonder if there's an endorsement deal involved. Peace upon your house. That's what he proclaims, and I say so too. He authorized me. He authorizes you too. Bless your brother. Bless your sister.